Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Welcome back to our second night of Champions League football. We're live early again, loving it. Absolutely loving this. 5:45, Leverkusen versus Arsenal. We've got Chelsea, PSG and Real Madrid, Man City at 8 o'clock. This is what love of football really is all about. So welcome to the show, everybody who is tuning in with us earlier tonight. We've got 500 people here already, absolute legends, and ready to go. And look, you know what? If you're looking for a bit of expertise, we are the Bundesliga. We are the channel that has Bundesliga live rights, live match footage rights every Friday night at 7:30. So we've got a lot to say about this. I mean, I would say Arsenal are favourites. Arsenal certainly favourites. Looking at that's not the Arsenal side, is it? That's the Leverkusen side. But players to look out for Leverkusen. Palacios is very good. Garcia is very good. Grimaldo, obviously very good. You'll know about Kwanzaa and Tapsoba. Terrier is a bit of a terrier. No, but look, they've got some good midfielders, good defenders. Ten Hag was here in the summer. He bought a lot of players. It didn't necessarily work out, like Tillman's on the bench, Schick on the bench as well, normally a big player for them, but I think he's just coming back from injury. But you look at that Arsenal side, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié, Rice, Zibamende, Eze, Saka, Martinelli, Gyökeres. Very, very strong Arsenal side, and much the same as Bayern Munich last night. I think they'll be looking to get this done in the first leg, so that next week at the Emirates, they can focus on the Carabao Cup the following weekend, whereas Man City are probably going to have a tough game against Real Madrid. So I think Arsenal will be looking to send a message here. I don't really think that Leverkusen are going to hold up too much. I mean, currently I think they're 6th in the Bundesliga. I'll just double check that for you. Yeah, it's been a mixed bag of a season. Yeah, they're 6th place at the moment. Only 3 points off 4th, but they're not in the best of form. Only 1 win in their last 4 Bundesliga games. So you would expect Arsenal to be winning this, certainly. But look, watch out for Cavani up front. He's benching some decent players. He's only 19 years of age, and he's an interesting... I should have worn my Leverkusen top. I actually have got a Leverkusen top. That would have wound people up. I actually do have the Leverkusen top, and it's a very nice top. But yeah, Cavani up front's an interesting player. 19 years of age, Cameroon, already played 4 games for them with 2 goals. Not been prolific for Leverkusen, if we're being completely honest. Came in from Albacete last summer as one of the many signings that Ten Hag made. But 6'2", mobile. I think he's an interesting profile of player. How we doing, Mark? Says Jake. Very excited. Very excited tonight. I think Arsenal are going to win this game, but yeah, very excited about the 2 games we've got coming up at 8 o'clock. Real Madrid. We're in Madrid for Real Madrid against Man City. And obviously, we've got the PSG Paris game, the holders against Chelsea, where I sort of have a bit of a hot take. I sort of wouldn't mind Chelsea knocking PSG out. Enrique, PSG decide to part ways. He comes to Man United. You know? If Leverkusen go in front, I'll put the top on. But thanks everyone who's watching. Make sure you share the video. So yeah, as I said, we'll go through a little bit of the Leverkusen side. But Cavani up front is an interesting player for Leverkusen. Tillman was a very good signing for them. I've also dropped the link in the video description because we now know what our fixtures are on Monday for the Baller League Gold Devils team. Thanks everyone who gave us a follow on Instagram. Lots of news coming out there about all sorts of stuff, and the kit reveal will be there soon. Yes, but you can get your tickets if you want to come on Monday and support us and be an ultra. I've even put the section where you need to buy your tickets, because there's a corner section 213. So if you're coming on Monday, get your tickets in section 213, because I think we could have a little bit of an ultras corner, and that would be pretty cool. So if you're going to get your tickets on Monday night, make sure you buy your tickets in section 213, because then you'll know everybody in there is a Gold Devil Ultra. We're playing at 6:20 on Monday at the Copper Box. My connection's very jumpy tonight. Is anyone else's? I don't know why it's doing that. It keeps freezing. Anyone else got that problem tonight with it freezing? Mine is freezing a lot. Yeah, it's doing it for a lot of people as well. That's okay. That's fine. It's okay. Yeah, it'd be a difficult game for Leverkusen, and it'd be interesting to see how they approach it. But I look, as I said, I do like their midfield. I do like Palacios, and I do like Garcia. They could have had a better season. There's no doubt about that. An early free kick here and an early yellow card for Andrić, the captain. Yeah, Garcia has got caps for Spain. You're right. Definitely a foul, that as well. Gyökeres has turned him really well. Early yellow card for this captain and centre-back. It's a good start there for... Well, he's good in the Champions League as well. But they've got good experience in the midfield. Leverkusen. And an early free kick. I think they'll shoot from here, Arsenal. Also keep an eye out for Ibrahim Mazza. He's only 20 as well. So they've got a couple of young lads up front in Mazza and Cafani. But it's going to be a real test for them tonight. Many people feel that Arsenal have got a relatively straightforward path into the semi-finals. We saw Barcelona last night. If they don't step it up, I think Arsenal have got a very doable path to the final. Play the winners of Bodo Glimt or Sporting. You'd expect maybe Barcelona to come through the other side. Saka with the free kick. Goes for a shot. Goes all the way through. They want a corner. And he's given a goal kick. Oh, Arsenal love corners. They love corners. I think Man City should easily win tonight, says Shadow Editor. I mean, I do expect Man City to come through against Real Madrid. That should have been a corner to Arsenal. But yeah, I do expect Man City to come through against Real Madrid. I think Barcelona were a shadow of themselves last night, but I don't actually think Real Madrid are that good. AG says, I think there'll be a red in this game. That's the ball into Cafani. Let's have a look what he's all about. Against Saliba, did well. And then leaves the ball. He's going to have a hard night tonight, Saliba. I do think Arsenal in Europe tend to be very good. Thanks for the super chats from Jake Jones and the Shadow Editor, by the way. Yeah, if you're going to come to it'd be great to have you down at the Baller League as the Goldbridge Ultras. I've dropped the link in the live chat. Make sure you get your tickets in section 213. Nico's really big on this. He's got his NDL team, and they have like a little section, and they make a lot of noise. The SDS do it as well, so we need some Goldbridge Ultras down there. Be great to see you, and it'd be great to know where you're sat as well, so I can go. Good friendship between Brighton and Leverkusen, says Gaz. Is there? What do you expect the first leg of Bodo versus Sporting to look like? Another free kick here for Arsenal. He's gone short into Eze. I don't know what Eze was thinking about there, to be honest. I think there's a lot of people wanting Bodo Glimt to go through. I think it's going to be a test. I mean, I don't even know if the Norwegian League is back playing yet, is it? All good, Mark. Love the Champions League night, says Jake. Yeah, they're only going to get better as well, aren't they? Oh, Cafani's gone down here. And he's given a free kick against Gabriel. Not going to be any cards, but I think it looks a bit soft. Tanish says this referee is guessing everything here. I've not seen a replay on that, but it certainly didn't look like the sort of foul that... I mean, I don't want to see a red card in this game early for Leverkusen because Arsenal are massive favourites anyway. And if that Andrić's marking Gyökeres, I mean, that's quite worrying. It'll be interesting to see how Kwanzaa does. Liverpool got a lot of money out of Leverkusen. I mean, Ten Hag spent a lot of money in the summer. I don't know whether I can probably... list you off all the players they bought in the summer. So they brought in Fernandez, the defensive midfielder, for 25 million from the Saudi Pro League. Ben Seguer, who I think is, hold on a minute, Cafane, goes for a shot straight at keeper. I don't think he's even on the bench. He might be injured. Ben Seguer. Lucas Vasquez, the right back. Again, not in the team. I mean, he spent 32 million on the winger, Ben Seguer. Bade, the centre-back, he's not playing. Poku, the right winger, he's not playing. Tillman, 35 million, he's on the bench. Cafane, he's starting. Kwanzaa, 35 million, he's starting as well. So a lot, I spent a lot of money in the summer. Norwegian League starts this weekend, says Mr. Tomba. Lots of space for Saka down the right wing here. Good tackle. You need to jinx Arsenal. Can't have them winning the ultimate treble, says UK Camouflage. I mean, I just think if Arsenal are going to be stopped at anything, it's going to probably have to be Man City, isn't it? Or Bayern. You need to... thank you very much for that. Jed says, rank career. Suarez, Benzema, Lewandowski, Kane. Well, Kane's career can't rank up against many of those. I mean, Suarez won more, Benzema won more, and Lewandowski's won more. But I think Benzema's got the best career there because he won the treble Champions Leagues, didn't he? So I would say Benzema first. Take your pick between Suarez and Lewandowski, and then Kane last. Loving this, though. Hope you're all enjoying it. I don't mind an early kickoff if it's a good game. It does remind me of Thursday nights in the Europa League, Man United away to Karabag, though. Yeah, Benzema's won a World Cup as well, as Din said, yes. You're never going to get me, Lazy Talks Live, you're never going to get me giving Suarez any credit. Can't stand him. I mean, I'll actually rank him bottom out of those people just because I can't stand him. If I ever met Suarez, I wouldn't shake his hand. And he might not be a bad person. He might be okay, but I just would stand with Evra and I wouldn't shake his hand. I wouldn't. Which is really unusual for me because I will always give everybody a chance, but not him. Benzema never went to the World Cup. He didn't win it. Anyway, 10 minutes gone here. Yeah, I think it's quite good the way that they've put Liverpool 5:45 yesterday and Arsenal 5:45 today. Because if they put everybody together, then you're really going to struggle to watch all the games. Like next Tuesday at 5:45, unfortunately, it's Sporting against Bodo Glimt, so we won't be doing that. Arsenal, Leverkusen, Chelsea, PSG and Man City, Real Madrid are all at 8 o'clock, which is a little bit annoying. But on Wednesday, it's Barcelona, Newcastle at 5:45, so at least that means that Liverpool, Galatasaray at 8 o'clock we can watch. It's glitching out, this. Proper glitching. Thoughts on Kwanzaa at Leverkusen? I don't think Liverpool should have sold him. You know what, JD? It's a fair point. I don't know whether we've got any Liverpool fans watching, but you shouldn't have sold him. I mean, the 35 million, wherever that went, you'd have been better off sticking with him. And maybe that's because they thought they were going to get Gahey. But Kwanzaa would have played a lot for them this season. But in hindsight, we're all geniuses, aren't we? Cafani does well there. Gabriel not very happy. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Clayton says it was purely about pure profit with an option to buy back. But David Malloy says, a Liverpool fan here, we should not have sold him. Johnkin says, I heard you love Di Maria. Is that true? Oh, yeah. Love the traitorous little shit. Snake. I think in fairness to Liverpool, most people said that they won the transfer window and most people thought they were going to get Gahey. And if they'd got Gahey, I think that would have been an incredible signing for them. And they were that close to getting Gahey. It was only Crystal Palace that pulled the plug. He wanted to go to Liverpool and Liverpool had the terms done. And basically Crystal Palace said, no, we've run out of time. We can't get a replacement. You're not having him. And then sell him in January anyway. So, yeah. I don't think it's good to win the transfer window. Over the years, I mean, I remember West Ham a couple of years ago won the transfer window and were shit. I remember Spurs winning the transfer window when they sold Gareth Bale. Shit. Liverpool won the transfer window. They've struggled. It's not always great to win the transfer window, you know. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Very excited about the 8 o'clocks tonight. It's basically going to be Chelsea, PSG and Man City, Real Madrid. Double watch-along. Loved it last night. The fact, you know what? You know what I loved about last night? The fact that Atletico Madrid Spurs was the better game. That's football, literally. Oh, Cavani's done very well there. And he sort of got held off a little bit by Gabriel. He's causing a few problems, Cavani. Liverpool fan, but loved the unbiased videos. Mark says, you'll never walk alone as me. So, thank you very much, pal. How do you think Liverpool are going to do this season? Tough one. Tough one. I think you will get Champions League football through the league because I think Villa are going to save everybody by dropping off. I think by default, Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool will get top 5. I can't see you winning the Champions League. I can't see you winning the FA Cup. I mean, you've got Man City in the quarter-final, haven't you? I mean, you needed to avoid them and Arsenal. So, I think the incredible thing about Liverpool, from my point of view, is that they need a rebuild. And you think about the money they spent last summer. But then again, it is logical because it's not even about their new signings flopping. It's the fact that they need to replace, desperately, Salah and Gakpo and Van Dijk. Martinelli's gone down there. Palacios not happy about the free kick. The dark arts of Arsenal gets the bloody ball. Shocking decision, that. Some good news for Villa. McGinn has travelled, says yes, lads, UTV. Yeah, well, I was talking to a Villa fan yesterday. I think I said it on the show last night. And he said to me that McGinn will be back for the United game. Suppose it depends what's more important. I mean, that literally is a catch-22 for Villa, isn't it? You're away to Lille, and then you're away to United. Both paths lead to the Champions League. Here's Cafane in the box again. Lays it off, and another shot. Doing all right, Leverkusen. Dougie Yun says, what's happened to Wizza? He was sat on his arse on the bench again yesterday for them. DHB, you're an idiot. As if I can't see what you're doing, twat. The incredible thing is that Slot doesn't play Salah on the inside channel like Salah always played at. Nah, yeah, look, Messiah, I have huge respect for Salah even though he plays for Liverpool, but honestly, it's the Rooney issue that United had. He's just lost. He's just lost it. Go Bird Scotland says, what do you think is the easier route for Villa, the league or the Europa? If you'd said 2 weeks ago, I would have said the league. And I think they should have. I still think the league is potentially the easier one. The trouble with the Europa League, and we saw it with United, is that it's not easy. Like, we were very lucky against Lyon to get through. The semi-final, their sending off helped us out as lot. So it's not easy to win the Europa League. Like, you do need a little bit of luck. And if you get the luck against you, it becomes a problem. I mean, against Lyon, we were playing 10 men as well. People forget that. We got to the final basically playing 10 men every week. Have a beer, Mark. I think I will have a beer on the 8 o'clock. Bit early. Callum says, love the channel. What match should I watch later? Well, we're going to be covering both. I think it's a tough pick. It really is a tough pick. Timber. Saka. Headed away. They've looked relatively comfortable, Leverkusen, in the first 20 minutes. I mean, there was that good turn by Gyökeres to get Andrik booked, but other than that, not really much going on. United fan here, we never win in the transfer windows and we're still awful, says Catton. Thank you very much for your super chats. That's a decent cross, but comfortably headed away. Goes out for a throw-in. Joseph says, I can't believe people are now saying Salah was always crap because he's not been good this season. Well, no, I mean, he wasn't crap. He was an incredible player up until this season. George says he supports all the British teams in Europe. Well, fair play, mate. I don't. Nice to see the flags behind the goal. To be honest, this atmosphere isn't actually that... I don't know whether Leverkusen's atmosphere is one of the worst ones in the Bundesliga, but it's not as electric as we normally have. I mean, Cologne and Hamburg are sort of going, what's this? Trying to play out from the back. Risky, but they did well. I'll tell you what, if they can get some free kicks high up the pitch, Grimaldo. On the left-hand side. Grand Prairie Cobra, thank you very much for joining the Members Club and getting your badge in. Appreciate that. This is good play by Leverkusen. He's now got to try and put a cross in. And Raya should get hold of that easy enough, and he does. And now there's a bit of time for Saka. Should be a 1-2 with Eze there. Such an easy 1-2. Holds onto the ball for too long, Saka. Oh, Martinelli hits the bar. Martinelli hits the bar. He's hit the Denver. It was good build-up play, really. Eze, Gyökeres into Martinelli, and he's hit the bar. Better from Arsenal there. Their first, well, their best attack of the game so far in this first 20 minutes. Dynamic Fork says, hello, Mark. Start bench sell. Kinski and Arna Karius. Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, I don't even know. I'd probably start an Arna out of those three, to be fair, and that's saying something. I mean, I feel sorry for that Kinski, though. I hope in a few years' time we're looking back on a decent keeper. I'm Tottenham till I die, but I love your channel, says Grand Prairie Cobra. Well, everybody's welcome on That's Football. What do you think about your chances? I mean, you're out the Champions League. I mean, that'll be interesting next week. Second leg against Atletico Madrid. Do you play your reserves and rest them for that huge game against Forest on the weekend? Well, it's a lovely switch of the play by Leverkusen there. Knocking the ball around quite nicely at the moment. This is the Bundesliga. It's actually one of the better games I've seen Arsenal play this season because they're actually playing somebody that wants to pass the ball about. Start bench sell. Vidic, Maldini, Ramos, says Syndicate. Well, I'd have to say Maldini starts. I think he's the best defender the world's ever had. And lovely play by Cafane again. He's done a good job on Gabriel. He's got a long way to go here. Kwanzaa does well. May as well have a shot. Good block. There's a free kick. Yeah, I'd say Maldini starts between Vidic and Ramos. And I love Vidic. I absolutely love Vidic, but I think Ramos. I'm tempted to put Ramos ahead of Vidic, to be fair. So I'd probably say Maldini starts, bench Ramos, sell Vidic. But I love Vidic. But I think Ramos is the best centre-back of the last decade. This was the chance for Arsenal. Good play by Timber. Eze dummied it. Gyökeres laid it off. Martinelli took a touch. Still hit the bar. Yeah, keeper can't do anything about that. That would have been a goal. Pure power. Marco says, Vidic has won 3 times the Premier League Player of the Year. Vidic is the best. Yeah, I don't know whether you know, Marco, but Ramos and Maldini never played in the Premier League, so how can you judge it on awards they could never win? It's like saying... I'm trying to think. It's like saying Di Maria is better than George Best because he won a World Cup. George Best never played in a World Cup. Hi Mark, what's your thoughts on Mazza? Says Maymer. I mean, I think Mazza and Cavani have done quite well in this first few minutes. Young players. Matthew Frost says, are you doing Friday night Bundesliga? Yes, we are, because I can't do next week because Man United are playing Friday night. Oh God, that could have knocked Gabriel out. Chinned him. Put his arms behind his back and it, took the shot right on the chin. And considering a jolting chin punch can knock you out, he's got an iron jaw. That could have knocked him out. Thanks for your super chats, by the way, to Syndicate and Marmir. Thank you very much. Please do share the video. We're closing in on 8,000. And make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. On the road to 1.5 million. We're live again at 8 o'clock tonight. We're only 10 subscribers away from 461,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. Bad pass there by Arsenal. Leverkusen, definitely the underdogs in this tie, but early days, doing okay. Still think Arsenal will come through and win it, but they're doing okay. Number 30 is Mazza. I think Poku's done all right. The number 19 as well. I think he was a signing from Alkmaar by Ten Hag, but he's done all right. Martinelli should have had a shot there. Nkape, straight at the keeper. Of course, this is Nkape against his former club, isn't it? Yeah. Completely forgot that. They got him from Leverkusen. Another free kick. Referee's very whistle happy, isn't he? Certainly not up for letting the game flow tonight. Well, he's actually on loan from Leverkusen. Good point. Yeah, I think they're looking to make it permanent, aren't they? Start, bench, sell, says George. Saka, Mbeumo, Palmer. I mean, look, I love Mbeumo, but I don't think he's as good as Saka and Palmer. And people can have a pop at me, but I don't. And that's because I'm a big fan of Saka and Palmer. So, Mbeumo gets sold. I would probably... I don't know, neither of them are having great... On this season, you'd start Mbeumo, actually. So are we talking about general talent or on this season? Because, actually, you probably would start Mbeumo this season. Crazy how much the game flows outside the Premier League, says You'll Never Walk As Me. Thank you very much, pal. How is Nkape allowed to play? He's on loan, says Rajaf. I think in Europe it's different because... I'm sure Villa played... Didn't Villa play Juventus or something like that? Or wherever... Roma or something like that. I think Villa... Malin's technically on loan, but he can play against them. Rajaf says it's an absolute travesty that Madueke is not starting. He's arguably their best winger, certainly the most direct. Also, it's Champions League, not Premier League, says Rajaf. And here's a yellow card. Martinelli. Yeah, he definitely likes giving out cards, this referee. Again, that to me is a little bit soft. Mikael says, thanks for your super chat, Mikael. He says, United summer, Anderson or Tonali, Stiller or Lefay, Ngia or Ndiemi, Goretzka or Neves, and Lewis Hall or Miranda as left back, Mateta as striker. I do think Adiemi's an interesting one. I do. I think it's not beyond the realms of possible. I actually think Adiemi would be a very good replacement for Salah. I've said it before. I know they're probably going to look at Elise, and why wouldn't you? But I do think that Adiemi would be a very good signing. I think he's got that in his locker. A Liverpool fan, but I think you're the best. Unbiased content creator, wishing you more success as Pink Ranger. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate your super chat. Arsenal need a corner, says the chat. Start, bench, sell. Lasagna, burger, shepherd's pie. I'm selling shepherd's pie. Bench, burger, start, lasagna, syndicate. It's my favourite meal, lasagna. I do agree with Connor. I think that Saka does move too slow. And I think Liverpool will struggle to get Elise, unless there's something we're completely missing there. God, how can people eat on stream? Fucking disgusting. Right. Can I? Let me look at the chat. So, Mark, even if Watkins continues to be crap, do you think Tuchel will still take him? Not much choice apart from Calvert-Lewin and obviously Kane. Yeah, I mean, what? Look, there's a thing about Watkins. He might go and score you 5 goals in the next 2 months. If Villa are going to be successful, the goals have got to come from somewhere, haven't they? Would you ever do more Formula 1 watch-alongs? And you're looking cute, says Will. Good tackle there, Eze. Tackle on Eze. Good play here. Needs a bit of support. Kafane. It's going to have to be quick. One moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I will be doing many Formula 1 watch-alongs, to be honest with you, because they normally clash with football. Fade says, start, bench, sell. Bruno, Kevin De Bruyne, Hazard. Also, what's next for Spurs? Relegation. Actually, I don't know whether they will get relegated, but they're certainly in a relegation battle. Bruno is probably behind De Bruyne, but ahead of Hazard in the Premier League for me. Begrudgingly, I would say De Bruyne is in the conversation of, you know, one of the best Premier League midfielders. Bruno. I like Bruno, but I don't know whether he's De Bruyne level. Good tackle, Rice, but then they're back in on him. Kafane. Got to go wide. Poku. Back into Poku. I don't know whether he'll get there. He does. That cross needs to be good. Too much. More of a cross shot, that. Goal kick. Are you good, Mark? You're looking a bit tired today? Not really feeling that tired today. I was probably more tired yesterday. Hope you're all well. One and only. Let us know where you're watching from, because Soyo's watching from Nepal. Ethan's just finished a 10-hour shift at Lidl. There you go. Put your feet up. MV says any 8 p.m. watch-alongs. I mean, I know you might be late to the show, but I've said it about 4 times, and it is set up on the homepage. But if you didn't know any of those things, yes. I definitely wouldn't be doing Arsenal against Leverkusen at 5:45 and then not doing Madrid against Man City and PSG against Chelsea. Now, that would be pure knobhead behaviour. So about 15 minutes to go to half-time. It's been a good start here from Leverkusen. Arsenal won't be too worried. Obviously, they've got the second leg at home. And they're not even losing here. They're still very much the favourites. But Gabriel, referee says play on. Thought it was going to be a foul, but play on, says the referee. Surprised the referee didn't blow for that, because he's blown for a lot of things. Havertz, he was Leverkusen, wasn't he? I do get mixed up on some of the teams. Pretty sure Havertz was Leverkusen. Of course, Alonso won the title with Leverkusen. Yeah. Fade says, I've got an opinion that the Madrid game against City will be boring. Well, we've got PSG, Chelsea to watch as well. Thank you very much. Fade just said you missed my super chat. Literally, you're the latest super chat, and I just read it. Chill out, mate. T. Fisher says, if you were offered the Tottenham role, would you take it? I probably would, just to have a go. May as well. Vertrix says, you don't understand how much the fans appreciate your neutrality. Please don't change that. Don't become like others. I don't think I'm up for changing now, mate. Fade's getting some shit in the chat. Main Anon says, yeah, your super chat wasn't even worth reading. Yeah, I'll always read them. As long as they're not rude or abusive or boring. Ethan says, do you think if United had won the Europa League and not Spurs, Man United would be in Spurs' position? No, I think United wouldn't be in the top 5. I don't think we've got a squad to be in the top 5 and play in the Champions League. But I certainly don't think we'd be in a relegation battle either. Bit disappointed with Arsenal. I mean, it's pragmatic Arsenal, isn't it? It's what they've been doing all season, and it'll probably get them through. I saw Robbie's video, Invincible. Look at this title from Robbie on AFTV. Match preview, Leverkusen versus Arsenal. Invincibles versus Invincibles. I mean, it was 22 years ago. You're going to be like the woman on the Titanic. Invincibles, bloody hell. I mean, you drew 12 games as well, and you didn't win anything else. Bloody Invincible. I don't even... look, I respect Arsenal in some ways, but I don't... The Invincibles thing to me, they go over the top. He looks too old to be a player. Who's that? He looks about 52. Younger than the manager. Don't Man United still go on about the treble? Well, we don't really go on about the treble as much as they go on about the Invincibles. And also, the treble is considerably better than just winning the league unbeaten. Especially when you drew 12 games. We're going down. Tottenham Hotspur, we're going down. Says Grand Prairie. How deep do you think United can get in the Champions League next season? Oh, I mean, I think it's all dependent on the draw, isn't it? I mean, if Chelsea had... Well, look, you get what you deserve. The reason Arsenal have got a good draw is because they finished top. I actually think the Champions League is a lot better now based on what you do in the league. In fact, it would be stupid, wouldn't it? You can't play 8 league games in the Champions League and then get, you know, an open draw. I think it has to be seeded. Cavani again, lovely build-up play. I mean, is he? Are we looking at a future Premier League striker there with Cavani? It's nice. You know what? It's nice to see a good young a striker that's young that you think, oh, you never know. It's like Ilias Ansah at Union Berlin. I think hopefully, I mean, he's gone a bit quiet lately, but we just don't seem to have many strikers in the Premier League anymore. It's a dying breed. But I'd expect United to make it to the knockout stages, but probably not very high. So then you probably get a difficult draw. It makes me laugh, actually, how people moan about Arsenal's easy draw. And people don't realise it's seeded. I saw people going, oh, look at Arsenal's easy draw in the Champions League. And you sort of like go, but that's because they finished top of the league. It's seeded. It's going to be an easier draw than if you finished lower down. Ramon says Saka or Perez. Look, Perez was very good, and he was probably a better player than Saka, but Saka's probably... I don't know. I think Perez was very good, but I like Saka. I just think he's gone a little bit pragmatic this season. Dak says, it's my birthday today, Mark. Any words of wisdom? Happy birthday. Big House says, who do you think wins in the PSG game later? Going to watch it after training. Arsenal will probably score from a corner. They actually haven't had a corner. That's the biggest problem. They got no corners. Actually, I think they have had a corner. Have Arsenal had a corner? They've had no corners. We've had no corners in the game. Arsenal are dry. They've got no corners. This is the problem. If you cancel corners, what are they going to do? Fasude says, Liverpool finished first and got PSG, but they didn't do the seedings last year, did they? They changed it in the summer. Drin says, Liverpool finished top last season and played PSG, but again, I don't think it was seeded. And also, the problem last year was that PSG finished in a position that was so bad that it meant that they played Liverpool, I think. Norville says, I think Salah's having a better season than Saka. Okay, here we go. Anyone who goes to the gym, go to your hips, move down about 3 inches, muscle there on the side. What the fuck's that, and why is it hurting me? I was, what was I doing? I was doing some bit of lifting, that might be it, but I've never hurt those muscles before in my life. Hip flexor, apparently. Cross. Clear away. No, it's lower than my hips. It's definitely muscular. It's about, from my hips, it's probably about 7 inches down, but on the side. The muscle there. Well, actually, when I do a squat, it's like someone sticking a bloody... Well, not a knife. That would hurt more, but both of them really hurt. Grimes says, why do you have to go to the gym to answer that? Well, all right, go to a bloody physics, a bloody PE lesson. I mean, I'm just saying, like, people who go to the gym probably have more idea of muscles groups and where they are than somebody who sits on their arse playing computer games. It's called an IT band. What's an IT band? IT band. An IT band to me is somebody who works in IT who wears a headband. Feels a bit lower than that. Liverpool finished top. They've done that one. Problem is called... Yeah, it's not that, Trappy. I'm not reading that out. I'm not stupid. You're not going to catch me out now. 10 years of doing this with your little funny games. Definitely going to have a drink at 8. I tell you what, I'm still struggling with my stomach as well. Feels like, I don't know what it is. I really don't. I've had it for about a week. Just feel a bit nauseous every now and again. My stomach feels a bit off. But it's not in one particular place. Start, bench, sells. Zlatan, Benzema, Lewandowski. Start, Benzema. Bench, Lewandowski. Sells, Zlatan. I'm not a massive lover of Zlatan. I think he's a decent player. I think he's a top class player. But I'm not in the Zlatan. Oh, he's the best thing since sliced bread. A couple of minutes to go to half time. Ruff says you might be up the duff. I don't know how that would happen. I'd make a lot of money if I was. I'd be a bit worried about giving birth. Oh, it sounds, why did I walk into that anyway? I don't even want to think about it. I've seen 3. I certainly wouldn't want to be involved actively. Do you think the pragmatic nature of Odegaard and Saka was developed due to them encountering teams with a low block almost always, leading to constant probing and passing, says Rajaf? That's a very intelligent assessment. This is a lovely ball into Cavani, and he's up against Gabriel. He's got to do it quick before Saliba gets back. He's all on his own. And he's still got it. Holds it up well. Did well there. Here's Mazza. And he wins a corner. First corner of the game. In the 44th minute, it's the first corner of the game, and it's not for Arsenal. Who do you want to win the Champions League? Says Stinky. Bayern, I think. I think they're the best team in the league. Well, no, that's not a fair statement. I don't think they're the best team in the league. I think they're the best team to watch in the Champions League. Because they just go for goals. They're a brilliant team to watch, Bayern Munich. I mean, they're totally dominant in the Bundesliga, but they're pretty dominant in the Champions League as well. They're just a good team to watch. They play the game the right way, score goals, good cross. Arsenal will clear it, though. Oh, breakaway for Arsenal. Too slow, Saka. Why is he not passing? This is what I mean about Saka. Too many touches again and loses the ball. I'm telling you now, I'm calling it out. I'm going to tweet it as well. Saka takes too many touches. He does. Don't know what's happened to him this season, but he takes too many touches. Get the ball. I don't know who the Arsenal player was running through, but they're on the break. Get the ball and play the pass. Speed, speed, speed. Two minutes added on here. Well, I've got to say the chat's been better than the performance. We've got nearly 10,000 watching, so share the video. 9,700. I tell you what, if I could take, if only 5% of you turned up at the Copper Box on Monday to support the Gold Devils, we'd take over half the stadium. We'd have about 300 people there. My maths is crap. That's not right. We'd have nearly 500 people there. It is half time. Stop the clock. I'm going to sit down. What number? 3. Actually, just while we're at it, just while that's coming down, we can play a little bit of a game. I've actually got some, doing the Bundesliga this year, I've actually got some nice tops. So number 1, Dortmund, a classic, of course. That's all got signatures on it, that one. There's my Dortmund one. I showed you the Leverkusen one, which you've just seen on the screen. I don't know what I'm going to do with these at the end of the season. There's the Dortmund one. That's nice. Got Bayern. I don't think this is Bayern's best one. I mean, it's nice, but I don't think it's their best kit they've ever done. And then Leipzig's away kit, which has only just come out. Which is nice. Oh, what's that on the back? I've signed for Leipzig, not with my back. We will raffle them off to the ultras on the Friday night who tune in for all the Leverkusen, for all the German games. So yeah, we will do that. Talking of which, Baller League on Monday. Got my full team now. Was at the draft on Monday. Last week, this week, next Monday it all starts. 6:20 is our first game. We're game 2, and we're playing Deport Rio. Mika Richards and Daniel Sturridge. The team that's bought all the good players, mysteriously, FFP charges pending. So the underdogs are up against, it's like Rocky Balboa against Ivan Drago, basically. They've got all the money and all the good players, but we've got all the hearts. So if you want to get yourself down there, it'll be live on YouTube and it'll be live on Sky, but it'd be great to have some ultras down there. Link is in the live chat to get your tickets, and I've done it. I've even said if you're going, so if you go and you get a ticket and you book your ticket in section 213, that section's free at the moment. So everybody who's in section 213 will be Gold Devils. So get your ticket, and whoever's in there, you will be Gold Devils, because that's our area. So get involved. Thank you very much. Links in the live chat. Great to see you there. What style is Goldbridge bought? I'm not giving anything away because I don't want to give any tactics away. But look, we'll either sink or swim with it. Let's put it that way. We're going into 1 at the back, rush goalkeeper, and 4 up front. There will be goals. Dewald says, are you live streaming from another platform? It seems like our read out super chat's not shown in my feed. Good luck, Gold Devils. No, we're on YouTube, not on anywhere else. All that talk about Prem being the best and none of their teams won yesterday and Arsenal are struggling today, says Mohammed. Yeah, what league's better? Just tell us that. Doug says, technical ability of all the Premier League teams this year has been so rubbish compared to other leagues. I agree with that. The question will be how many Premier League clubs overpower other clubs, because Arsenal aren't losing here and they don't look like they're going to lose. Yeah, I agree. I think the standard of football in the Premier League is very, very, very methodical and pragmatic. That's why I like watching the Bundesliga, because it's quicker. And if you look at Leverkusen there, I mean, they're 6th in the Bundesliga and they're knocking the ball around. Arsenal will get through over both legs. They will, because Arsenal are the kings of pragmatism. How's the game gone, says Fitz? Leverkusen giving a good fight. They're giving a very good account of themselves. I mean, there's a massive gap between the quality of the Arsenal team and theirs, but they've done all right. Saka reminds me of Sterling at Liverpool, says Bass. Look, I think with regards to Saka, I'm a big fan of Saka. But I was a big fan of Salah. And even though these players play for rivals, respect, you can tell what's a good player. Salah this season ain't the same. Saka this season, I've said it all season, I think you're better off with Madueke. And Madueke, for me, is not a better talented player, but he's more direct. Saka takes too many touches. He'd frustrate the shit out of me if he was in a United shirt. And there's no doubt he's a brilliant player. That's why he'd frustrate me. But he takes too many touches. Way too many. He should get the ball, play the pass. There was a point in the first half where he's got the ball. I think Grimaldo's in front of him. He could literally pass it to Eze, sprint, get a 1-2 and be in. But he doesn't. He gets the ball, he takes a touch, the pass is gone. Too many touches from Saka. He's too pragmatic. This is why Odegaard, for me, this season is struggling. Too many touches, too many probes. You need to go fast. Madueke, in a game like this, I'd make that sub. I really would. Saka needs to be told to move the ball quicker. If he's going to play for England in the World Cup, we don't want that. You got Harry Kane as your striker. You need speed next to him and behind him. So Morgan Rogers, Marcus Rashford, Madueke. You need quick players running past Harry Kane. You don't want the ball out wide with Saka and everyone else is like, we've made the run. Oh, I'm still having a touch. Too many. Saka's a fantastic player, but he's too slow on the ball. That's my opinion on him. But look, if Arsenal are going to win the Champions League or the Premier League or the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, they're going to win it like this. Probe, probe, probe. Probe monsters. See, this is Saka in. I mean, this was their best chance, but look at how many touches he takes before he plays the pass. Could have got it into Eze way quicker than that. And yeah, they did nearly score, but I mean, they still could have created the chance quicker. Thank you very much for all your super chats, by the way. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Got over 10,000 of you. We were only 10 subscribers away from 461,000, so please click and subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. What's your score prediction for this game? Probably Arsenal 1-0. Yeah. I think if they get... I mean, look, it's interesting that Arsenal haven't had a corner because if they do get a corner, they're brilliant at them. So let's not forget, Arsenal still got corner in their locker at some point. I'd love Musiala at Man United. I love the content, says Tom. Thank you very much for your super chat, Tom. Poku cooks Arsenal, says Reed. Look, I don't think Leverkusen are... I mean, I'd look at this game and I'd go, I know how good Leverkusen are and I know how good Munich are. And Munich, Andrić could have been sent off, could have had a second yellow, yeah. Fair point. Look, if Arsenal are going to win things, personally, I'd like them to just play great football. I think if you win the Premier League and you win the Champions League, credit, it's a big achievement. And if it's going to happen, you want to look back on those teams with fondness. But I said it after Man United beat Arsenal at the Emirates. I felt that at that point, Arteta had an opportunity to go, right, let's go a little bit more on the front foot. He didn't. He basically stuck to the same thing because I think Arteta's focus, and I can't knock it, Arteta's focus is to win the Premier League. And I think he's compartmentalised it in a pragmatic way and gone, this is how we will do it. And I don't think any Arsenal fan gives a shit about criticism about style of play. And I don't think Arteta gives a shit about it either. I think he just wants to get over the line and win the Premier League. It'd be interesting next season if he tries to do it the same way. I'm not so sure he would, because Arsenal have had seasons where they finished second and played good football. But I think this season he's just about trying to win the league. Yeah. If Arsenal wins the treble, we'll never hear the end of it, says Emmett. We will. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I think it was Terry, and I said, you know what? Man United's treble was memorable because it had so many memorable moments, whether it be Giggsy's goal or against Arsenal in the FA Cup, Solskjaer, Turin. There's some good performances. If Arsenal win the treble playing like this, they will obviously love it but people won't respect it as much. I don't think they will. Man City won the treble a few years ago. No one ever talks about it. So Arsenal fans will quite rightly want to talk about it, but there will be that kicker of, you're boring. I don't think Arsenal fans will give a shit, but I don't know that they'll get the respect that maybe they would like to have. Whether that will matter, I don't know. What are your predictions for Man City against Madrid, says Zafdi? I actually, I'm going to say this here, I want Chelsea to beat PSG so that Enrique leaves. I think if PSG do well, he might sign a new contract. Whereas if Chelsea knock them out, he might go, right, I've reached the end of the road, I want to go. So I would quite like Chelsea to win. And remember, the second leg for both of these games, all three of the games tonight in the Champions League, the English clubs are at home in the second leg. So Chelsea go to Paris, Manchester City go to Madrid. Second leg's at home makes it advantageous. And that's because even Spurs were the same. And Liverpool, five of the 6 Premier League clubs finished in the top 8 of the league. So they get the second leg at home. And that's going to be a big factor for Chelsea and for Manchester City. So I think as long as you don't get turned over, and we have seen some big turnovers, I think Man City will do Real Madrid. I might be wrong, but I don't know. Let's run a bit of a poll on it, actually. Reputationally, I think Real Madrid are in the game, but factually, I think Man City are on a different level to them. And I think the team news might be coming out in about a minute, so we'll tell you what the team news is as well. If in doubt, run a poll, says Ashish. Yes. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right corner. Jade, I'm at the airport, but wondering if you had your Moscow Mule yet. Not had it yet, Jade. No. No. Carmen says, I don't care about you turning into Santa Claus, mate. Saka is world class. What are you on about, Santa Claus? When will City get relegated for cheating, says Grand Prairie? Your answer's as good as mine. I mean, I don't know whether we'll ever get that. Look, I'm pleased about... Zoom says, what's your favourite alcoholic drink? Vodka for me. I might have one later, actually. I do like a ginger... Pause. I do like a ginger ale and rum. Yeah. I might have one of them later, actually. Ginger ale's quite good for your stomach. There we go. I might have one of them. Long Island tea's a bit too sweet, and a mojito. Used to like whiskey. I don't drink it as much now because it gives me like acid reflux. Getting old. Madrid are devastated with injuries. Does that mean they're sad about injuries or they've actually got loads? I think he means loads. City are going to go out, all-out attack. Right, we should have some team news coming in. I'm trying to see if they've put the lineups out. It's very slow, but I should be able to get it for you. Real Madrid. Real Madrid line up with Courtois, Trent, Rudiger, Hulsen, Mendy, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Brahim, Thiago, Gallere, and Vinicius Jr. Still no Jude Bellingham, no Mbappe. Camavinga's on the bench. So, yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't follow La Liga, so I can't talk about when some of these players are back. Man City, Donnarumma, Kushanoff, Diaz, Gehi, O'Reilly, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Savio, Semenyo, Doku, Haaland. So he's got 3 wingers in the starting lineup. I sense that Pep probably does sense blood, really. PSG lineup. I haven't seen PSG line up yet. Let me have a quick look. Arsenal just about to come out. So slow at giving the team news. I'll probably be able to get the Chelsea team. Chelsea. Jorgensen, Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, James, Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer, Neto, Pedro. I mean, that's probably Chelsea's best starting lineup, isn't it? Really, got both your fullbacks in. James playing in the midfield with Caicedo and Enzo, and then Cole Palmer, Neto. It's a good Chelsea side, that. Haven't seen the PSG side yet. Even though it should be out. About to start the second half here. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Referee. And away we go. PSG lineup is Savanoff, Hakimi. Oh, Leverkusen had a chance here. Mazza into Kafane. Cross. Oh, I tell you what, it was a good save by Raya. It was a good chance. Hakimi and Mendes fullbacks, Marquinhos and Pacho, Vitinha, Emery, João Neves, and then Doué, Dembele, Barcola. So they've got a lot of good. It's a good PSG lineup as well. Corner, Leverkusen. Back post, goal! Leverkusen from a corner. It's Andrik. He could have been sent off. He's got a goal, and it's 1-0 from a corner. Isn't it ironic? Alanis Morissette. Waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane came down, he said, isn't this just ironic? I think that was it. I can't remember. I don't listen to Alanis Morissette. But 1-0 Leverkusen here. Get me shirt on. I do have to sort of put it on now. I said I would. I mean, it's terrible defending by Arsenal, who are so good at corners, but basically on the back post, I think Eze slips, loses Andrik, and that's going to piss off Arsenal, and that's going to piss off Arteta, because they are the corner kings, and they've been undone on the back post here. And it's a good corner routine. And Raya's never going to save that. And it's a good start. 60% of you said Man City are going to beat Real Madrid. Yeah, Real Madrid have got a lot of injuries. Thanks for the support along, says you. And hi, big fan of the channel. Also fan for Arsenal fan too. Do you think Galatasaray will pull it off? Says Hubert. No, I think at Anfield it will be tough. When you watch Yamal, do you ever see glimpses of prime Messi? If not, who reminds you of him the most? I haven't seen anybody like Messi, Sandro. Or Ronaldo. Seen nothing like them. And I don't necessarily think we ever will. I mean, Messi reminded me a little bit of Maradona, but Premier League, best league in the world. No teams will win, by the way, says Gaming Kid. Well, I'll remember you, don't worry. Real Madrid's 11 is shocking, and the bench, says Football Unlimited. Will we ever see another talent like Messi or Ronaldo, says Andre? Oh, of course we will. Of course we will. Yeah. We definitely will. But Arsenal are losing here 1-0. God, they're so slow to do the lineups on the BBC website. They've been out for like 6 minutes. People don't pay their license fee for you to be slow. That's just laziness because you know you're getting the money. Yeah, hopefully JJ Gabriel, Tim. Yeah. Yeah, Arsenal losing here 1-0. Leverkusen with the goal. Andrick on the back post from a corner. But in fairness, Leverkusen don't have the players that Arsenal have, but they've got a better identity. They're trying to play football. And there's a lot. You can't. The thing about Arsenal is you can't argue. They're not playing against the low block. All this bollocks about, yeah, they do play a lot of low blocks in the Premier League, but this is not a low block from Leverkusen at all. Blake says, you're the best. What was your thoughts on all the nonsense at Ibrox on Sunday? I think it's a shame that there'll be a reduced away allocation again, but it just seems to be a recurring issue that they can't deal with when it comes to Celtic Rangers. It's probably in the UK. Well, it is in the UK. It's the most temperamental match in football for obvious reasons, and I just don't know how you deal with it. Really, I don't think you can have a lot of fans of both clubs in the ground. Would Luis Diaz be Liverpool's best player this season, says Darlin? Probably. Yeah. Fran says the wheels are slowly falling off Arsenal's title running. Lord says if they win 3-0, it'll be hard for Arsenal to get through. I mean, Arsenal are not, like Barcelona. If Newcastle had won 1-0 last night, I'd have said that's not enough. Barcelona can go and score 3 goals. If Leverkusen left this game with a win, I don't think Arsenal are the sort of team that goes... let's imagine Leverkusen get another goal and it finishes 2-0. I don't think Arsenal are the sort of team that go and beat Leverkusen by 3 clear goals in 90 minutes. Because they haven't been playing like that for a long time. They're capable of doing it. We've seen them do it against Leeds, but the way that they win games isn't really about overflowing attacking intent, is it? It's more about pragmatism and grinding it out and being defensively solid. I mean, look, the Leverkusen are not playing a low block. They're playing a possession game. And they've moved the ball around really well. But Arsenal still haven't had a corner. So imagine if Arsenal lose on the first round of the Champions League. Long way to go in relation to that, JBS. Long way to go. Thanks for your super chat. Yeah, Ten Hag was the manager of Leverkusen at the start of the season. They sacked him after 2 games. But they've done well. I mean, they've got that Kafane up front. He's only 19. They've got Mazza, the number 30, who's only 20. This is the thing I like about German football as well. Every team seems to have 1 or 2 teenagers in it who, they're definitely looking for pathways. All the clubs. Here he is. Good play. And they've got lots of time here, Leverkusen. I mean, Leverkusen, considering they're 1-0 up against Arsenal, they're not sitting back. They're still very much on the attack when they can. Liverpool were top of the group stage last season and lost in the round of 16 too, says Chris. Yeah, but Liverpool went out to PSG, who went on to win it. I don't think anyone's got Leverkusen winning it. Main Anon says that whoever thinks that Madueke should play doesn't watch his full 90, only his highlight reel. The output is appalling. Yeah, but I think output or not, there's a lot of space on the break and he's fast and direct. And I think certain players suit certain games, don't they? What have Arsenal got on the bench? They've got players. Here we go. So they've got Kepa, Ranson, Calafiori, Dowman, Havertz, Lewis Skelly, Madueke, Mosquera, Salmon, Norgard, White, Jesus. I mean, Havertz, Madueke. I'll be looking at players like that. Martinelli's got to shoot. Again, just holding on to the ball for too long. What is it about Arsenal players and holding the ball on to the ball for too long? Yeah, PSG have got Doué, Dembele and Barcola as their front three. Kvaratskhelia is on the bench at the moment. I don't think he's had a particularly good season. I thought he was brilliant last year, but he's on the bench. Ramos on the bench for them as well. Chelsea's bench, not a lot on there. I mean, Garnacho, Delap, Lavia, Hato, Santos, Badiashile. But it's a good starting lineup for Chelsea. Jorgensen, Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, Caicedo, James and Fernandes in the midfield. And then Palmer, Neto and Pedro. What about Grimaldo, left back for Man United? He's experienced. Yeah, it won't happen, JB, because he's over 26. Saka. Now the Bundesliga is better than the Premier League according to math. I think Arsenal have got to do more. I know that's a very obvious statement, but I think they've got to go more high up the pitch. They've got to go on the front foot a little bit here. Sandra says, love what you do, Mark. Keep up the great work. Thank you, pal. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. I mean, look at it. Arsenal have had one shot on target and no corners. I mean, from an attacking output, it's shite. There's no two ways about it. And Leverkusen are growing in confidence here. Arsenal play Everton on Saturday. But yeah, look at that. Arsenal have played more passes than Leverkusen, but I don't think they've played as many forward passes because that's pitiful. Their attacking output, one shot on target and no corners for them after 56 minutes is very pragmatic. But I think Arteta's almost done that on purpose. I think he's gone. Let's keep it tight and bring them back to the Emirates. But you look at what Leverkusen, you look at what Munich did in Italy last night, 6-0. It was for Bayern, sorry. Forgot the one. Good play by... I mean, free kick and a yellow card for Poku. The crazy thing is, for Arsenal, I'd probably say Martinelli's been your best player. And that says a lot, because I don't even rate him. That was a yellow card, that was a foul. Sort of a corner here. They get a chance to put a cross in the box. Do you believe Arsenal can get back in the game the way they're playing, says Dan? I think if you're Arsenal, look at Barcelona last night. They probably didn't look like they were going to get anything. They got a penalty right at the end. They get a draw to take back to Barcelona. I mean, Martinelli is... oh, God, their muscles are down. Right here. Look, I don't think Arsenal need to play well to win games or get draws. I think that's one of their criticisms, isn't it? That they can be defensively decent and attackingly pragmatic. And Rice here, This is going to be a cross in towards that back post area. Saka, Foden or Palmer in the last 4 seasons, who's been the best? Says Sandra. I mean, Saka or Foden, really, I think. It's a good cross by Rice. Ooh. And Cape nearly scored. And that's what Arsenal want, more crosses. Although I think he might have given a foul. Here's the substitution, and it is the substitution. It's the right substitution. Saka for Madueke. And that's right on the 60th minute. I mean, I don't know whether he's carrying an injury, but that's a disappointment. It's a good substitution by Arteta, but that's a letdown performance by Saka. Doesn't look like he's carrying a knock, so that looks like it's tactical. Good management, that. Very good management. But Saka shouldn't be being subbed off for Arsenal after an hour when they're losing 1-0. Cafane picks it up. Good play. He's had a good game, that Cafane. That's a lovely ball into Grimaldo. Watch out. Oh, good play by Madueke. Only just come on. Good defensive work. Now here he is. Goes into Eze. Lovely cross. And now it's a corner. Now it's a corner. Farrell says no corners, no joy. Well, they've got the first corner of the night. Of course, Saka normally takes it from that side with his left foot. He's now gone off. I think I called Eze Elise. Man, I'm getting old. I'm Bobby Robson, me. I mix the names up. You know what I mean. They both played for Palace. Both good players. And it's Madueke on the corner. Oh, it's a terrible clearance from the header. And then they clear it away. Still half an hour to go. Arsenal will want to get a draw out of this at least. Certainly won't want to go any more than 1-0 behind as well. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're watching. Bottom right hand corner to do that. We are trying to get to 1.5 million subscribers before the end of the season. Currently on 461,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. You're all very welcome here. No matter who you support. Even Spurs fans. Very surprised. See, Madueke is just more direct. In 2 minutes, he's caused more problems than Saka did. Another yellow card. I don't know who he booked there. He's very card happy, this referee. Kwanzaa's done well, Josh. I think every Leverkusen player's done well. My experience of the Bundesliga this season is that, you know, Leverkusen are an okay team, but I wouldn't expect them to be holding their own against Arsenal, and they have. The lineups for the other teams are out, Nathan. Yes, we did mention them at half-time, but Manchester City lining up with Donnarumma, Kushanoff, Diaz, Gehi and O'Reilly. Then Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Semenyo, and then Savinho, Doku and Haaland. It's a very attacking Man City side against a vulnerable Real Madrid, who have no Bellingham, no Mbappe. Courtois, Trent, Rudiger, Hussein, Mendy, Pitash, Tchouameni, Giller, Valverde, and Diaz and Vinicius Jr. Not a lot on their bench either. Camavinga, Yeah, not a lot on their bench. Arsenal have started to up their game a bit. Madueke's made a massive difference. Better, much better from Arsenal. Good bench for Man City, though. Cherki, Foden, Mamouche, Reinders, Nunes, Gonzalez, Altnouri, Ake, Stones. They've got a very good bench, Man City. I think Man City might win the away leg there. When's Bellingham back? Of course, the winner of Man City and Real Madrid will be playing Bayern Munich. That's going to be an incredible quarter-final. Almost too soon for that game, I think. Well done, Raya. He's nearly on his halfway line there. I mean, that's more than a sweeper keeper. And he'll pick it up. Why have they... I've just realised... yeah, some young players in that starting lineup for Real Madrid. Rajaf says, yes, Madueke, direct intensity incoming, pure aura. I'm just having a look through the chat to see if anyone knows when Bellingham's back. Vietnam, who's an Arsenal fan, says, I hate Arteta's idea of possession. We have a fantastic striker who can pull out defenders and create chances for others, but would rather play possession and set pieces. Bloody ridiculous. Thank you very much. Rick makes a good point. I don't know whether anyone in the chat. Bellingham's expected to be back in mid-April, so they'll probably be out by then. Rick says, is there any scenario where the Premier League doesn't get the 5th place coefficient? I don't think there is. I think we've got so many teams in the tournament that even if they all got knocked out in this round, I still think we would probably still get it because everybody got through the group stage. Nobody went out in the league stage, so I think there's a lot of points there. Opinion on the epidemic in the NBA. 3% of total NBA players are currently named Jalen, with every team having at least one Jalen, says Lord Fourcroy. I did not know that. I suppose it's a bit like football in the 80s where there was loads of Garys. Cavani into Poku. He's got time to whip a cross in again. It's a good cross. Good defending by Arsenal. Subamendi that time. Now Madueke, direct. Probably held on for that too long as well, but does get it out to Gyökeres. Into Madueke, it's a good pass. And it's straight into the keeper's arms. Should Liverpool buy Kwanzaa back, says Jamsey. Depends how much you have to pay for him. Ninja says, how is Set Piece FC doing? It's a £52 million buyback clause, says Jade. I mean, I don't think he's worth 52 million. And also, I don't think he should go back. I agree, S73. Oh, he's gonna book him. Zubimendi, yellow card. Fouled Mazza. Didn't look like a foul to me. Yeah, he sort of was. Went over the top of the ball. Not a red card over the top of the ball, but he definitely went over the top of the ball. DIY says that's a red. No, I don't think it was a red. Rate worst places to fart loudly, says Jade. In a studio with Roy Keane and thousands of viewers. Your relative's wedding while giving a speech, or at a funeral during the moment of silence. I think at a funeral, at a moment of silence, a big fart would be, yeah. You'd just hope people would laugh, because if they don't... You know, like football matches, though. You know when, like, you sometimes at a football match there's a minute's silence and the opposition, the away fans start booing. Have you ever been at a funeral, like, when they do a moment's silence and someone starts booing? No, I haven't ever, to be honest. But that would be like, what are you doing there? Anyway, I told you my tip at the funeral. Leave early, because it's always busy getting out at the end. And then you can get to the wake first, get a good seat. I mean, I wouldn't leave early if it's someone you care about, but if it's just a, average funeral. I did a video on this on Going for Goldbridge. Another tip, if you're at a wedding, the best time to get to the bar at a wedding, I always do this. The best time, like if you're at a wedding and it's your round, it's always a big round, the bar's always busy. Get your round in, go and have a chat with the DJ. Make the DJ your friend at a wedding anyway, because if you get on with them, you can get the sort of music you want. Go and have a chat with the DJ, ask him, when's the first dance? He'll tell you. And then keep an eye on your clock or your watch. Don't walk around with a clock. Keep an eye on your watch. And then a couple of minutes before, start asking people what drink they want. First dance. Everybody watches first dance. You're at the bar, getting the drinks in. Piece of piss. Job done. If you stop the set pieces, you stop Arsenal, says Scouse. Get Trossard on. He's not even on the bench, Derek. Trossard, pretty sure he's not playing. Well, he's not playing, but I don't think he's on the bench either. No Odegaard either. No. Mrs. Stone's down with the flu mark. It sucks. Get well soon. Goldbridge for head scout position at Wrexham, says Alex Wood. And Mahrez or Saka, says Henry. I tell you what, if our Baller League team ends up being good, medals need to be given out for scouting, because we started off in such a bad position. All the players from Baller League season 1 and 2 had basically gone, so we had to go external. And it's either going to work or we're either going to sink or swim. We're literally going into the fire. But we are the Devils. Where does the devil like? The devil likes fire. If you want to get there, by the way, I've pinned the link in the live chat. Just make sure if you're going on Monday night, you get your ticket in section 213, because that's where the Ultras are going to be. Make some noise. Darren says you talk too much. That's sort of the thing about a watch-along, Darren. Are you going to watch the City Madrid game? Oh yes, Brandon, yes. I got Chelsea, PSG on here, and Real Madrid, Man City here, and I'll be sat. I'll probably stand up first half, actually. But, yeah, be flicking between the two. No United stand 8 o'clock. Murray says the Ultras. Oh, you just don't know. Goldbridge Ultras. We've always had that. It's a FIFA career mode thing. If I could rechristen the Copper Box to the Thunderdome, I would. I've got to make some get down there and make some bloody noise. Let's have it. Our first game's at 6:20. Will you be vlogging behind the scenes? We'll be live. We've got a streaming booth, so we'll be live on my channel. Mahrez or Saka, says Henry. I mean, Mahrez was a great player. Yeah, Mahrez was a great player. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, he's a great player, Mahrez. Leicester and Man City. I mean, Saka has done very well, but I'd say Mahrez has been better. Havertz has come on for Arsenal, but it's Leverkusen on the attack here at the moment. Havertz on for Gyökeres. Tillman's come on for Mazza in the Leverkusen game. Andrik's down here. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's just gone down. Goal scorer as well. Is that an interesting game, Andrik? Thanks everyone for watching. As always. Look, it's a little bit like Galatasaray, Liverpool. I'd still massively back Arsenal to win the second leg. But they've got to play. Yeah, they've got to go more on the front foot. You can't just play like this. Pragmatic football will cost you somewhere along the line. Funnily enough, I think pragmatic football will win them the league. Here we are. Is that Kafane? He's gone on his own. He's still going. Leave it, leave it. Terrible shot. Terrible shot from Garcia. Yeah, 8 o'clock games I'm really looking forward to because we've got 2 on the go. PSG put a very strong side out against Chelsea, and Chelsea have got a very strong side as well. So that's going to be an interesting game. Real Madrid, Man City. I think that could get away from Real Madrid if Man City play well. Are you a fan of golf? No. Is the Bundesliga better than the Premier League, says I am? No. I mean, look, they're not. You know, if you put a load of Bundesliga teams in the Premier League, they wouldn't win it. Maybe Bayern. But what I will say is the quality of the football from a consumer point of view is better. They're not crowding goalkeepers and playing long throw-ins. They're playing football. Passing the ball about. Pick one current United player to play for your baller league team, says Marcus. It's got to be Bruno. Got to be Bruno. Although I think actually Ahmad would be very good. Imagine Mark's reaction if he sliced the golf swing. Mate, I can't even hit the ball. I've tried to play golf before and I can't even make it hit the ball. I swing and miss. I ain't got time for golf. It's a funny old stadium, the Leverkusen Stadium, isn't it? A corner for Arsenal, headed away. Only 12 minutes to go. Madueke, they've been better since Madueke came on. It's been a little bit more direct. Across the back post. Oh, Gabriel's there. Now Martinelli. Jimmy says, I'm saying it now, it's going to be a Bayern Atletico Madrid final. Why do you think Arsenal will get through? Because I think Leverkusen will play like this at the Emirates. And if you sit back against Arsenal, we know what they do. I think, you know what? The excuse has become the rhythm. I think for a lot of the season, it was like everyone plays a low block against us. But I think actually Arsenal are used to playing the low block. That when teams don't play a low block, I think they worry. I think they like playing a low block now because they can keep a clean sheet because the opposition doesn't attack, and they can grind out the goal. Do you rate Gyökeres, Mark? Says Brandon. I don't mind Gyökeres, and I think people who are criticising Gyökeres tonight, I mean, pray tell me, where's the service? 1 Inch Wonder says, would you swap Bruno for Bellingham? I'd consider it now just simply because of the age difference, but I wouldn't want to do it. Jesus is going to come on as well. When's the Gold Devil strip out, says Gavin. Oh, should have scored there, Arsenal. Cleared away, though. And they're going to break away here as well. Oh, it's a bad pass. If he can switch that ball. Oh, it's a bad pass again by Grimaldo. It's very unlike Grimaldo to play a pass like that. I don't actually know when the kits are out. I thought it was going to be today. Oh, it might be Thursday, actually. I keep thinking today's Thursday. I'm just looking at Nico's mini minter post for Baller League. Very good. Substitution here for Leverkusen. 9 minutes to go. Who's jumping? I'm surprised what noises you can actually hear around my house, because I don't even hear it, but I know what you're talking about. So above me is the bedroom. What's going on? Saliba booked as well, I think. Did Saliba get booked here? Mozza says, I watch games from the top 5 leagues in the world every week, and I feel the Premier League top teams overcomplicate football. No soul or very little. They just slow the game down, Mozza. They do. The Premier League this year has got an identity crisis, definitely. And if we're being honest, it is the biggest league in the world, and it's the most watched league in the world. But it isn't the best quality of football in relation to the consumer test. And it needs a wake-up call. The Premier League have got lazy. They make all the money and they're like, we don't really care about the product. That's what happens with consumerism. People will start to switch off if you don't provide a good quality product. It's like having a Big Mac from McDonald's and then gradually changing the recipe and going, we don't care because people are still going to buy it. Like, there is a responsibility on the Premier League to provide the elite football that the league apparently... Ooh, good cross, headed over by Timber. But the Premier League have become very lazy. They've done nothing about the PGMOL, even though it's been going on for 3 or 4 years. And they're doing nothing about the fact that so many teams are playing long throw-ins and swamping the goalkeeper on corners. We don't get great games of football that often. We don't get great goals that often. And the game doesn't flow that often. And you go and look at other European leagues and you're sort of like, I love Friday night. Like, I think this week we've got Mönchengladbach against St. Pauli, but it'll be a good game. It'll be a fast-flowing game. Colby says, I think Timber needs to score that, Mark. It was a good chance. See, Leverkusen, since they've gone a little bit defensive, they're starting to struggle a little bit, and this is what I'd worry about at the Emirates next week. They can't just sit deep and counter because Arsenal love that. Arsenal have struggled in this game when Leverkusen have took the game to them a little bit. Gojo says, for the sake of football, I hope the amazing style of Bayern will win over the boring set-piece FC of Arsenal. We are doing the City game, just Jackler. I hope you're doing well. Football clubs you like outside the Prem, says RJZ. Juventus has always been a team that I've liked, and there's a few Italian clubs that I like from the Channel 4 era. Sampdoria as well. There's not really any. I mean, I don't differentiate. I don't have a side between Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, I like to watch them, but I wouldn't say I follow them. In other leagues, not really. I mean, obviously, I've got into the Bundesliga a lot more this year, having the footage and getting to see the atmospheres, and the flow of the game is good. Good play by Madueke. Could have gone down. Did go down. Penalty. There we go. It's very much like Barcelona. It's really like Barcelona last night, isn't it? Arsenal maybe not been that good, but they're going to get the goal here. And it's all from Madueke. We were all calling for this in the first half. He's more direct. Saka's never going to do that. Oh, that looks like a dive. No, I think that's going to be a dive. I think that might be a dive. He's been a game changer. I don't know. Arsenal will be very lucky if they stick with the referee. Was it a pen? Yes or no? Poll. Ancelotti versus Pep, says Dial. I like Ancelotti. VAR check over. It stands. Oh, he does kick his foot a little bit there. And yeah, I think they're going to give it. Madueke definitely dives, but the contact is there. You can see it. Catches him there. Yeah. He's felt the contact. He's gone down. I've done that so many times. Oh, I don't know. It's so soft. It's so soft. That is very soft. 83% of you say not a penalty. Ashley Young, Man United, that's just literally feel a little bit of contact and go down. I'm surprised. I'm surprised in the Champions League they've bought that. I genuinely think they should have sent the referee over. I'm surprised there. But you don't know. You don't know who's on VAR. The referee's been bad. So maybe VAR referees are bad. I definitely think that should have been referred. Very, very, very soft to back the referee on that. Havertz against his former club. You'd back him to score this. And look, like I said, it's a bit like Barcelona last night. Newcastle felt they'd got the win at home after a good performance. But then the favourites found a way with a penalty. Last night it was Yamal. Tonight it's going to be Havertz. And he puts it into the bottom corner very well. Not up for celebrating against his former club. Big goal for Arsenal. Got away with it, Arteta. He's got away with that tonight. Loads of people going mad in the chat. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it is. I think Madueke, if he's on it, if he's wearing a Man United shirt, I mean, God, I can't believe, I cannot believe VAR has given that. I can understand why the ref's given it, but I cannot believe that VAR hasn't at least sent him to have a look at it. That is not clear and obvious that he's got that right. I'm very surprised that they've not referred that to the VAR to get him to come and have a look at it. To back the referee on that is shocking. Really bad. Because it's hugely debatable. I did think it was a penalty when I first saw it, so I can't have an issue with the referee, but the VAR, that is bad. Really, really bad. 83% say it's not a penalty, so it's good. The good thing about doing a poll is that you tend to get a flavour of whether it's close or not. No. He dangles his foot for contact and it's minimal, says Cameron. Oh, look, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would praise Madueke. He's been brilliant since he came on. He's been so direct. You can see the issue with Saka. He's changed the game. He's been very, very direct, and he's won a penalty from it. And he's done what some of us have done, where you run into the box, you feel something, and you go down. And he's played the game. He's pulled a Cunha mark. Yeah, and look, when Cunha did it against Palace, I said, as a Man United fan, I said, I don't think that's a red card. I think he's played the game. The dark arts, you know. But that goal's massive for Arsenal, so I'm sure Arsenal fans will be very happy with him. Nemanja says, I despise this club with every fibre of my body. They're absolute cheating scum. If it's not a dodgy corner, it's a dive. Ooh, strong words, Nemanja. Not a penalty, but my glorious Madueke always delivers, says Rajaf. Thank you very much. 17,000 tuning in. We are live for Man City Real Madrid at 8 as well. I'm just going to go and have some dinner after this. So a very, very quick turnaround. But as I said, very similar to Newcastle-Barcelona last night. You feel like Newcastle probably did deserve to win. You feel like Leverkusen probably did deserve to win. But the big clubs finding a way late on to get a draw. I haven't got a problem with Madueke. Not got a problem with him at all. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll put my hands up. I've done that in a game in my younger days. You feel something and you go down. You can tell by the way he's gone down as well. It's not even a proper way to go down. He's done the literal lose all feeling in your legs, hasn't he? He's gone like that. You know, he's literally felt something and just gone, I'm going down. So I don't knock him. We've got enough camera angles and we've got enough VAR to rule that out. Madueke is an Arsenal player trying to get Arsenal through in the Champions League. You can't ask him to be moral. You know, he's got every right to go down. But there's a corner here for Arsenal as well. Imagine this goes in. If this goes in, I'm just going to end the stream and go and have something to eat because people are going to go crazy. It's not going to go in. Although he's going to let them take it again. He's going to book someone as well. This referee's fucking shit. Oh, God. He's rubbish. Probably the worst referee of the season. He's been shit. And Arsenal nearly scoring on the back post. And what's he doing now? Just seen Anthony Taylor leave the VAR room, says Kenneth. Lewis says VAR isn't the problem, it's the people behind it. Very true, Lewis. And I think that's it. Final whistle. If that's it. It is. I'm going to go and get something to eat. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching.